Hey, hello, I'm Shek. Sometimes in our daily work, some tasks have to do it repeatedly every day, right? So I'm going to share how to leverage, how to use ChatGPT API to help you do the work repeatedly. So I'm Shek. I'm from Hong Kong and now relocated in Singapore. I'm a digital marketing consultant, also teaching Facebook ad, Google advertising, AI, ChatGPT, etc. to SME. I provide training and consultation to them. My main focus market is in Hong Kong. So here is some of my client. I have a YouTube channel. I talk a lot about ChatGPT, how to use it, and feel free to watch it. ChatGPT is born maybe over 1 year. It's already 1 year. So from when it first started, it's very basic. They have around three main limitations. The first limitation is ChatGPT cannot see anything. They only can allow input text and output text. The second limitation is they cannot access your company data. Yeah, that's true. ChatGPT know the world knowledge, but ChatGPT didn't know about you and about your company, right? And the third limitation is the token limit. Every check at the first start is around 4,000 token. 4,000 token is around maybe 2,000 words. So in case you over the limit, ChatGPT will start to forget something. So there is around three limitation. But since ChatGPT is already 1 year old, right? Those limitation is already has some kind of breakthrough. The first breakthrough is ChatGPT now have 128K token. So Cloud is ChatGPT competitor. They first announced a 100K token in the mid of 2023. And the second is recently ChatGPT allow user to input image. If you are ChatGPT Plus user, you should now can upload image to ChatGPT and ask any question related to the picture. So for my use case, sometimes I forget how to use the software. For example, you can see this is a Photoshop. I asked him how to change the logo into white color. He tell me to first select the layer, which means ChatGPT not just understand text now, it's also understand picture, which means they can now see it. It also can generate image. You can set a prompt and it will generate an image for you. This image is fake. It's generated by ChatGPT. So my company name is OMP. I tell them to generate a OMP a graffiti on the wall, and here is the result. So for long term in commercial usage, ChatGPT should allow connected to your company data. So for now, ChatGPT is not that powerful. It just one to one. It just allow you to chat with ChatGPT, right? But the most powerful thing is when you understand how to connect to your company data. For example, if you are online shop owner, you can connect to your own online shop. So ChatGPT know what is your product name, what is your SKU, is there any inventory left. So it become a chatbot that can answer customer question related to your online shop, how much, how to refund, etc. If you are a lawyer, you can connect to your database, which is contain a lot of law case study. So if you save a lot of our lawyer time to find those case study, company also can build your internal ChatGPT, which means you put a lot of company data so that your staff can ask the ChatGPT. So the ChatGPT become your company coach. Any new staff, when they onboarding, when they new come to your company, they can ask ChatGPT how to find a file, how to finding, or who is the boss, etc. So if you are a teacher or student, you can connect to some textbook data. So a teacher can use the textbook, ask ChatGPT to generate some examination questions, or it can be a tutor, a teacher to teacher assistant to teach. Whenever students don't understand, they can ask the ChatGPT for some help for their homework, etc. So it's really important that if you want to make ChatGPT much more powerful, we need to know how to connect to your own database. We also call this custom GPT. And also ChatGPT, not just text to text now, it's also now image to text or text to image. Actually, recently OpenAI also provide TTS, which means text to speech. So we call ChatGPT now multimodal, which means they can generate text, generate image, etc. We call this a multimodal. So ChatGPT is funded by OpenAI, right? So it's not just OpenAI. Actually, Google and other companies also developing their own AI. We also call it LLM, large language model, because AI is a very generic term. In this case, we call this LLM. One common question often asked is sometimes LLM is hallucination, which means it will provide misinformation. So how to reduce this misinformation? So we will use a technique called RAG. RAG is retrieval augment generation. So basically, it's what I said before. Is basically without connect to your company data, LLM will answer the question using her built-in knowledge, right? Which is sometimes it will provide misinformation. But what RAG does is first we take the query and connect to your company data. It first finds something relevant data from your company data, and then we use that relevant data provide to the LLM, which is ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT to use the relevant data to answer the question. So at this framework, the answer is much more reliable. Google has already doing the similar thing. The Google chatbot is called Google Bard, but for now it's only read your company data, which is it allow connect to your Google Drive, Google Docs, etc., and even your email, Gmail. But now it's only can read, but cannot help you to write the data. Some company use case is Expedia. They provide a travel information, right? So whenever you turn on the Expedia chatbot, you ask them how please provide some travel route to Italy, for example. It will use some data provided by Expedia and provide you the answer. Also, it will suggest you which hotel to book because Expedia provide the hotel detail to the chatbot, right? So this is kind of a RAG usage, real life usage. Also, a very famous CRM system called HubSpot. They provide a chatbot that allow user to query their own data. For example, you can ask the chatbot, what's the revenue in recent 3 months, a breakdown from country, etc. The chatbot will answer you because it connected to your CRM data. I just provide you example what lawyer can use, but in real life, there is a law firm called Allen and Overy is already using this technology that's allow lawyer to find use case, is ChatGPT to find some use case much faster. Now you know some real life business use case. So how do you use this into your company? So ChatGPT is just a personal usage. If you want to use ChatGPT in between your workflow, you want to make ChatGPT work for you automatically, so we need to use its API. So what is API? You can imagine API is just like your USB line. So without a USB line, your computer and your mobile phone data cannot be communicated, right? But after you plug in your USB line to your mobile phone and your computer, so the data can transfer between your phone to your computer, right? So you can imagine the USB line is the API, but API is used in software. So you can imagine API is a waiter, you are the customer, and the application is the kitchen. So in this case, you as a user, you can send a document, and API is a waiter. They take your document to the kitchen. The kitchen is OpenAI, right? So in OpenAI, ChatGPT, you predefine a prompt and how to cook the dinner, right? How to make change to your document, and then they respond, and the API as a waiter, and then send back the result to you. So you can imagine API is the middleman, is a waiter. So there is a lot of software allowed to use API. Some famous software like MailChimp, Facebook, Google Drive, Twitter, Google Docs, etc. They all have API. They can connect together. The data can be communicated, can be transferred to other software. So some real-life example is I help a teacher to correct the homework using ChatGPT. So before using API, I teach the teacher how to correct the homework. So I tell her you can use this prompt, but it still takes time. For example, in Hong Kong, teacher always work overtime because they have a lot of homework, a lot of correction need to do. For example, in a class there is 20 students, so you take 2 minutes for correct one homework, so it takes 4 minutes every day, right? So after she used ChatGPT, it saves some of time, but it still need to copy and paste. What it means is, for example, the student submit the homework. By the way, this is a secondary school, so the student can submit the homework online using Google Docs. So after the student submit the homework online, the teacher need to copy the student homework and paste into ChatGPT and set a prompt to ask ChatGPT to correct and provide a comment about the homework, right? And then after ChatGPT provide a comment and correction, the teacher need to copy the comment and paste it back to the Google Docs document, right? I mean, it's still a lot of time. So how to make it much faster? So I make a workflow to correct the homework automatically. So it just takes 2 minutes to correct 20 homeworks. So how you do? So I use the API. Whenever the students submit the homework, for example, the homework the Google Docs upload to one of the Google Drive, it will trigger an automation and use API to extract the homework content and send to the ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, we predefine the prompt, ask ChatGPT to correct the homework and provide the comment, and the API send back the correction and paste it back to the document. So the student will know what to be improved. So in this automation, we use ChatGPT API. So before I jump into the workflow, we first need to know, beside OpenAI, is there any other AI API? So beside OpenAI, there is another one called Cloud. It's backed up by Google and Amazon. It's pretty good. And the other one is Google, but I tested Google is not that good. So in terms of quality, GPT-4 is the best. 3.5 is not bad. It's quite good. And it's also very cheap. So you may ask, how much is, when I use the API, how it costs? So basically, all these three LLM models, the price is quite similar. So it costs around 0.002 1,000 token. So 1,000 token is around 750 words. So you can think about it. Around 700 works is only cost you 0.002. So it's very cheap. Now I'll provide some API use case. Before you use that, we also need to know a tool to connect API, because we are not developer. I'm not developer. I know nothing about coding. I still can use the API to do some kind of automation. So the tool I use is called Zapier. So Zapier is a web-based software. It allows you to connect different software without any coding. The UI is very simple to use, and it built in. You can connect over 3,000 software, including Gmail, Google Docs, Google Sheet, MailChimp, etc. Every automation requires at least two things. The first thing is trigger. When will the automation start? And after it starts, what will do? I will show you the example here. So here is the UI. You can see the workflow is from top to the down. The first step is the trigger. So in this example is whenever there is a new incoming email, it will trigger the workflow. And the second step is we extract the email content and send to ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, we predefine the prompt. Something like draft a reply to this email, refer to my FAQ. You can also put your FAQ, which is frequent asked question, to the prompt. So ChatGPT can refer to your FAQ to draft the email back to the user. So after I finish the workflow, every incoming email, ChatGPT will have to draft a response into your Gmail draft, not send out just a draft, because I also need to approve. In this stage, I don't recommend AI to do all the AI cannot replace human for now, at least. I recommend just draft the email, not send out. You need to approve what AI to do. So I will also show some use case for marketing. The first thing is I ask AI to reply Facebook comment. But one thing we need to know that if the comment is positive, you ask AI to reply automatically, it's okay. But if the comment is negative, if you use the AI response, it's very risky, because the customer will become much more angry, right? Maybe they complain you on the comment and said, I want to refund, right? But sometimes AI don't know how to respond, or the response is not good, so it will make the customer more angry. So in this workflow, we will first detect if the comment is positive or negative or not. Because in LLM, they build in a feature that can analyze the comment is positive or negative. So you can see the workflow here. So it first extract the Facebook comment and send to ChatGPT to analyze the comment. So if this is positive, it will go to the left path, which is reply the comment here. So in case this is negative, ChatGPT better don't reply, because sometimes I don't, maybe you have some very bad experience to chatting with the banking chatbot, right? You complain, but if the chatbot keep reply you some not useful answer, right? You will become more angry. So in terms of negative comment, we better not provide instant reply. So in this workflow, we send email to customer support to let them know, oh, there is a negative response. Please respond it now. So this is a hybrid mode. We don't 100% to allow ChatGPT to all the things. Sometimes we just use this as a classification, and we treat ChatGPT as an assistant rather than customer support, right? So sometimes in Facebook, we need to summarize some news and post it on Facebook, right? So in Zapier, we can send the link. We first send out the link. So I use Slack. Slack is a it's like WhatsApp. It's like WhatsApp is a tool to communicate with your colleagues. So I can send out the link, and then Zapier have built in a tool to extract the website content. So basically, I send out the link, and there is a bot go into the website to scrap the content out, and then it send the content to ChatGPT, the website content, which means the news, and then ChatGPT can summarize the news and save it into Google Sheet. Why save to the Google Sheet? Again, I will not allow ChatGPT to just post to the Facebook without my approval, right? So I asked ChatGPT to just write the news summary into a Google Sheet first. So you can see I have set a status column here. There is some button. So I can change the status. For example, I change to post now. And then it will trigger another automation, which is second automation in Zapier. So whenever I update the spreadsheet row, it will trigger automation and pull this content to the Facebook page and also my LinkedIn account. So beside marketing automation, actually there can have some automation in terms of HR or HR or accounting. For example, you can also use automation to analyze the candidate CV. For example, whenever you receive a CV, the CV can be PDF or Word file, right? Then you use OCR to face the CV, and then you send the CV to ChatGPT, and then you put the result into your CRM or into your Google Sheet, etc. Of course, the OCR, you need to find OCR tools. Some OCR tool I recommend is called Facia. The data is very accurate. It also provides you an email. So you can set automation. Whenever you receive a CV email, you can forward to the email this tool provide, and then it will automatically OCR all the attachment. In this case, is the CV, right? So last example is I also help an online shop to update the Excel data. So the use case is this Shopify is kind of a dropshipping, not exactly dropshipping, but kind of order to make. They receive an order from Shopify. Shopify is an online shop. So what they do is they need staff to do this manually every day, maybe 5 hours per day. It's very time consuming, which is update the data here. So the staff need to download the order list from Shopify, right? You can see the address here. And then they have a factory in China. They need to update the spreadsheet in order to input to their system from China. So what they do is, you can see the address here. You need to change to the data like this. For example, you can see the country name need to extract. So previously in Shopify, the address is 19, right? So the staff need to, for example, Singapore here, they need to cut this Singapore and put the Singapore in this column, right? Manually. So imagine every day you have 100, 200 order. It's very, very time consuming, right? So what you can do is you can download the spreadsheet. You can trigger automation is when you upload the spreadsheet to the Google Drive. So it becomes the trigger, the automation trigger. So we send it to the ChatGPT to change the format. For example, extract the address Singapore or other country name to put to the correct field. And then after it finish the formatting, and then you send email to other staff, etc. So here is the workflow. So here is some real life use case about AI and automation. I hope that you will find it useful. In my YouTube channel, I record a lot of example on how to use ChatGPT and Zapier. Feel free to watch it. And thank you.